Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Wednesday here on the Pagan Perspective. I'm your host, Eric. This week we are talking about right reasons and good resources. So, this week we have a question from Pagan Punk and Apple of Death. First off, Pagan Punk wanted to know a little bit. She has a friend who's going through a bunch of crap right now and has, I don't know if lost faith is the right way to put it in her Christian upbringing. So, she is currently sort of investigating Wicca, and Pagan Punk is a little concerned that she's doing it for the wrong reasons. She mentions that she's her parents are expressly opposed to the idea of their daughter, not Pagan Punk, but Pagan Punk's friend, uh, investigating and kind of looking into Wicca, which, if that's the reason, then yes, that's a terrible reason, but it's really not our place to say that she can't look into it for any reason. So she was asking also how she could help, and the only thing I can really say is be supportive. Be supportive of your friend and her choices and what she feels that she needs to do to get through her spiritual crisis at this point, her crisis of faith. The second part was she wanted to know if there were any books or resources that had really good information for Wicca. Unfortunately, I don't have any good resources because I've never really looked into it. It's something that just didn't really resonate for me, so I never went after it. Also, Apple of Death is saying that they're a newbie to Wicca and wondering if anyone had any sites or books that would be helpful to total noobs. Well, as I am not Wiccan and don't research Wicca, I am a very rune based heathen. I can give you that information, and I'm more than willing to do that. Some of the books that I would recommend is Edred Thorson's Norse Magic, Runes, Mysteries, and Shamanism. That's a pretty good one to start with. It's a relatively simple read. If you're looking for runes in particular, this book is not going to have a whole lot for you. It has some in there, but not a whole lot. If you're looking specifically for the runes, I highly suggest picking up the Thorson's Principles of Runes by Freya Aswin. That's quite a good resource on runes and a very good beginner. If you're looking specifically for Asatru and not the runes, or heathenism and not the runes, you're going to want to start with something more akin to, and this is if you want something not modern, Beyond Good and Evil, the Weird and Germanic Heathen Ethics by Swain Wodening. This one I just got from as a copy. I think there's actually paperback uh, copies out there available on Amazon.com. The most important thing, however, if you are looking into a heathen or Asatru um, path, is the Prose Eddas. You must have or get or obtain in some way a copy of the Prose Eddas. The Poetic Eddas are an older version, far more difficult to understand because they're written as poetry as opposed to as stories. So the Prose Eddas, where they take the poems and then they translate them into the stories that you know as heathen Norse mythology. Um, I would suggest, however, getting more than one translation copy, more than one translation. Read it, as many translations as you can get your hands on. I highly recommend that. If you want a good balance of both the heathen beliefs and the runes, you can get the Exploring the Northern Tradition. That's one of the good beginners if you want kind of a broad base. That one is by Galina Kreskova. Um, Exploring the Northern Tradition. It's got both in it. If you want specifically rune magic and things of that nature, then you're going to want to start with something else, but then move up into Taking Up the Runes by Diana Paxson. Taking Up the Runes. It's a great guide for the runic magic and spiritual rituals, things like that. That's actually where I got a dedication ceremony for the runes specifically. It was fantastic. A couple of websites, if you guys want to go check them out, I'll put them in the links in the description below. I have two for you. The first of which is thetroth.org. It's very much about the American heathen troth, where you can go in and read about them on their website. Like I said, I'll put that in the link. I'll put that link in the description below. The second of which covers a lot more stuff between the runes and the heathen belief and practices. It is sunnyway.com, link in the description. But if you guys have any questions, comments, or concerns for me, feel free to post those in the comments section. Otherwise, the links will be in the description. You can go back and look at the covers of the books that I've mentioned. But thanks for watching, everybody, and of course, until next time, Odin be with you.